just occurred to me as we're lining up this truck to put tracks on it that you've probably never seen it before. This beauty right here is something we built on the Discovery Channel almost 8 years ago. Ladies and gentlemen, the beast that is before your eyes is none other than Hercules! Hercules is a Duramax. Got that 6.6 liter, 540 horsepower, 1,200 foot-pounds of torque, ready to partay. A Cheetah turbo in there that makes it light up a little bit quicker and gives it a little bit more of an edge. And you got these ginormous 28L 26 tires, which layman's terms, that's like a 63-inch tire. Altogether with the lift, you're sitting about 14 feet tall. It's been a while since I measured it. Maybe it's like 13 and a half, but I believe it was about 14 feet tall. I'll put a tape measure to it while we're out, but I want you to see this beautiful truck. It means so much to me. And while we're putting the tracks on, you'll probably fall in love. You'll be just that much more connected to old Hercules here.
Did you do that on purpose?
Yeah! You noticed! No, I didn't do that on purpose. What are the odds? This giant 3X shirt would just fall into my hands when I was hanging out with Hercules. I'm gonna pull it out back now. We're gonna throw some tracks on it. You're gonna see it. You're gonna love it. And you're gonna wanna drive it. Maybe you should come hang out sometime. Track is secure. Hey, give me that thing. Hey, I want to take a break from putting these tracks on to tell you about today's sponsor, Aura. Aura is amazing. They are the heroes of the internet that are protecting you from the pirates of the internet who are trying to steal all your information, trying to steal your identity, trying to sell it to spam callers and spam emailers, stuff you don't want. People are going to waste your time and really make life hard for you. Aura has a way of erasing all your personal information from those evil people of the internet, from those sites, and be able to keep it private for you. Because we want you protected. I want me to be protected. I don't want my information out there. That's why I use Aura. So what you should do, click the link right there in the description below. You won't be disappointed. You will have Aura on your side and your information will be safe again. And now, back to Hercules. So here's the thing. We have collected a lot of stuff over the years, and right now we need a lot of space.
We seem to have a small, almost, what do you call it, cat lady epic level hoarding issue. Now, in order to make my point, we can go over to the blob and take a look and see what's in there.
You don't want to see that.
Look at our shop, all the projects. We have like very little space. And we've got a big, huge, gigantic machine to put in here.
Yeah.
And we've got to move this big military truck out.
The projects we're doing for Snowed In, we're putting tracks on everything. So that whole side of the shop is everything that's getting tracks that's more like a day-to-day vehicle. Well, right here is supposed to be the mud puppy and the mud truck that is getting those tracks. So just take a look at the tracks alone. And now look at the space you have here.
And we still got to get that big monster truck through that little door right there.
We're just gonna start working. I want you to stick with me. We're gonna pull monster trucks out. We're gonna pull mud puppies in. We're gonna move tracks over. We're gonna try not to put any of the fragile projects out in the rain because then they'll get rusted and ruined. So who knows, maybe we'll just be stack and stack and stack. Ooh, we can get some lever racks and stack projects on projects. Lever racks are pretty awesome.
Can we stack stuff on the roof?
Under the roof though, so it stays dry. Al's the best. All of you right now should stop what you're doing and write a comment to Al. Let him know how cool he is. Don't take his snacks. Then you'll see the wrong side of Al. All right, we are almost ready for test number 1 of the mud truck on track. Look at that thing. Man, it's awesome when you got to get up on the tracks to even get to the button. party time. Tracks are on. All we need is some snow and to get to the cabin. All right, it's another day in paradise, my friends. As of yesterday, we had the tracks on Hercules. Remember, we were cruising around? Well, if you look, it's back off again. Why, you might ask? Well, you see, the problem wasn't so much there or there, but right here. Busted hub, my friends. Me and Al got it off this morning. We got it over there on the table. I'll take you to see it in just 1 second. But Migo right there is addressing the problem with the steering. You know how I was having a hard time steering it? Turns out the pump is not pumping. Always helps when the pump's pumping up the jam. So he's gonna fix the pump. Should be able to steer the front. And Al figuring out what the problem is with the hub. Hey, hub master. Show the people what the problem is.
We got a beauty little piece right here, and this is what drives the tracks. And this thing here is attached to the assembly, and we seem to have a little small looking area right here in the flange.
That's just so we can see inside?
Yeah, so we can see the bearing. which you're not really supposed to have that window open, so this whole thing cracked.
We'll just start chewing some bubble gum and just start sticking it on there? By the end of the day, we should have enough bubble gum on there.
I think JB Weld would be a better choice.
You want to chew on JB Weld? Gross.
Have you tried it?
I have not.
You might enjoy it.
This tickling me. Oh, he's chewing it too long.
So apparently we don't want to pay like a tremendous amount of money for one, so I'm going to press this down
and then
push it down, grind out a massive groove, and then re-weld it.
There's a high chance we break this anyway up there, so we're just going to slap a Band-Aid on it, go up there, and cruise it till it breaks, and give us a real reason to buy a whole new one.
Yeah, and it actually looks like there's another one that might be starting to get a hairline crack in the same spot.
Oh, so we're just gonna weld them all.
Well, and I believe this is when we had the bus crash, because he hit the front on one side with a tree, then as he was trying to go there, he hit the other side front, not hard enough to snap it off, but then as he was trying to go through, he hit the back one and that caught the stump or whatever, and it broke that hub completely off. All three that got hit.
Sounds like a wild year.
But the other issue is we don't have a readily available replacement. The people that we actually got a lot of our stuff, which is Peterson's equipment up in Logan, we've been scavenging some stuff off of them, and unfortunately, the one that I just grabbed to replace the other broken one was the only one that was complete, and I actually had to take a part off another one to make it complete. The others are like missing various things. However, there's one I believe left. One is broken like this, and there's one that's complete but with no guts. So we at least have a housing. We'd have to swap all the guts.
I wish I could help you, but I'm doing Cauldron Experimental Day with Rob.
Really?
Sorry, man. I got assigned a new job today.
My minimum and my maximum. So I've got to press right on this.
Press it right here, right?
I'm not going to press on this. I want to press here, but I'm going to put a
on the edge.
Yeah, but what I'm going to use is one of these.
Yeah.
We might need to pull this block out a little bit. Let me lift this up.
That's
Let me see if you can slip. Hold on.
There you go. More? You like that? You're not on by much on this one, on the other side.
Okay, then we probably ought to bring that one in too.
Yep. There you go. That's very good.
Yeah, we're right at the edge of the issue. It won't hold itself.
Why does that look like he's not compressing at all?
Not doing much. I hate being on such an edge. We're at like 2,000. You're gonna have to do it a different way. I need to hit it with a lot of force. I've got these metal bolts here that go all the way through, and if I hold the flange through all the metal, and then when I push on the top,
It'll give you a sturdy foundation.
it won't go through this.
The wise man built his house upon the rock, not the sand.
I always thought it'd be nice. A wise man built his house upon dwarf star neutronium.
That's the wisest man.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. A 64?
He's doing something.
How'd you do it?
Well, I kept the one side.
Did you use neutronium?
Close.
You could have just
I
taken
did the aluminum.
a piece of neutronium the size of a marble, just dropped it on there and it would have worked, right?
Well, it would have punched a hole in it. What I did is this side here, since this wants to like compress, this side will compress so I don't have any force there. But I put all these plates and all these shims.
You stacked it up until it had enough.
Yeah, until I was tight, and then put our force on it. And as you see, we're down. So now I got to find me a hard grinding disc. Nice. Grind. So anyway.
All right, so now we've done set this grind right here.
Yeah, so
little gap.
No, not a little gap, a big gap.
Well, big enough to weld to both pieces.
When I weld it, I'm gonna have to do it with a lot of water.
The gap's all in the eye of the beholder, you know?
Yeah.
To some it will be a big gap. Paul Bunyan, it'll probably be a little gap.
What are you gonna do? Dig up Paul Bunyan and see what he says?
I will. Well, I've got connections with the office.